Hey everybody, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. A couple quick announcements before we start. I will be going live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time. If you want to join me, it would be amazing, and I'd love to hang out with you guys to celebrate the solar eclipse in Taurus that is happening on April 30th, okay? And you can ask me your questions and request readings from me during that time tomorrow, okay? And for those of you that are wondering if I do personal readings, I definitely do, and there's information below in my description box for how to request a personal reading from me. And for those of you that would like to follow me on OnlyFans, I do have an 18+ readings on OnlyFans if you would like to check that out. There's a link to that in the description box below. I do have another YouTube channel as well called Light of Ascension Tarot. If you want to follow me over there, I just posted a reading over there I think it was yesterday actually. So check out my other YouTube channel. And for those of you that would like to follow me on Instagram or TikTok. Anyway, Instagram or TikTok, details are in my description box below for how to do that, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, and you may notice I don't have my usual tea lights today. I decided to use something different for the fun of it, okay? And our question today is, in the dead of the night, do they still think about you? So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. For pile number 1, we have a pink little doggy treat with 2 hearts on it, okay? My neighbor gave me these actually for my dog, Franny. So for those of you who are pets, you have pets and you love your pets, you may think about choosing pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have a match. If you're into the energy of the match, you will choose pile number 2. And for those of you who are into the lime and you're thinking, it's the end of the day, I need a little bit of lime in my margarita, you can go ahead and choose pile number 3, which is this cute little lime, okay? So go ahead and close your eyes and think about each pile and think about what is calling your energy today. Is it the pink doggy treat? Is it the match sparking something up? Or is it the lime, a little lime for your drink or your refreshing margarita today? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the energies today, everybody. And we're gonna start with pile number 1. And we are going to begin as such, okay? Let's go ahead and do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it for you guys. And the reading today is, in the dead of the night, do they still think of you? All right, and let's see if we can go ahead and get a few channeled messages before we start. I'll also be getting them during the reading for you, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump in. You guys chose this cute little pink bone, okay? So let's go ahead and see channeled messages for pile number 1, please. Okay, I'm seeing a picture with a sunrise coming over, and a beautiful picture of a sunrise. Maybe you have one, or you painted one, or you watched a movie with one, but Spirit is showing me a picture of a sunrise. What else for my pile number 1s? All right, Spirit wants me to talk to you guys about Mercury retrograde coming up on May 10th, which starts in the sign of Gemini and actually goes back into Taurus. So maybe we have some Gemini Taurus people here, people with have Gemini or Taurus in their charts. All right. No reason to fear, my beautiful pile number 1s. If you're just thinking, I would say plan ahead. Just plan ahead a little bit for that time period starting on May 10th. And just think about, organizing things, having things done beforehand. If you're gonna book a trip, do it beforehand. Just, make things easier, right? Make things easier on yourself, pile number 1. I do feel like some of you need to have like a doctor visit, or you may need to have like a yearly exam of some sort. Maybe you went to the doctor recently. I am seeing like a nurse uniform, so maybe some of you work in that field or you work in the medical field. I'm also seeing like a naughty nurse, you know. I don't know if you guys ever dressed up as a naughty nurse for Halloween, or if you were joking with someone about being their naughty nurse. Maybe you took care of this person while they were sick at one point, pile number one, okay? Because we're asking about a particular person here, and if they're still thinking of you, okay? I do feel like there's quite a few songs that remind you, that remind them of you, and it could be like some older type of songs or like classic type of songs. I'm also getting someone who likes to like listen to a record player instead of like, you know, like a stereo or whatever. I feel like someone here listening to a record player, and like having a glass of scotch or brandy and listening to like a record, okay? Pile number one, what else? Anything else here for pile number one? Okay. Spirit is talking about a green candle or a green tea light. Maybe you have one, maybe you're thinking about using one. When I think of the green tea light, I think of like the heart chakra, and I think about like warming up the heart chakra space. Okay, so maybe some of you are thinking of doing that. There's so many great meditations on YouTube about renewing the heart chakra. All right, pile number one. Let's see, anything else for pile number one? Okay, I just heard like someone has like an amazing teddy bear, or maybe someone like snuggles like an amazing teddy bear, or this person would really like hold you and snuggle you, and maybe someone called someone like their big teddy bear, or said that they were snuggly like a teddy bear, okay? Because I am getting that energy. All right, pile number one. Also, some people who their name is like Theodore, they can be called Teddy as well. Or that could be someone's middle name too. But anyway, pile number one, we need to go ahead and get into your reading. And we are going to go ahead and get a few cards first. In the dead of the night, does this person still think of my pile number ones, please? In the dead of the night, does this person still think of my pile number ones? In the dead of the night, let's see. Ooh. Fire. Okay, so we could have Gemini. I did mention the Geminis earlier. We could have fire signs here. We could have Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, okay? But the element of fire. And you know what's so funny is while I was channeling, I really was feeling the heat, and I mentioned the tea light and the flame and all of that, and I was really feeling the heat over my hands there. So anyway, we are gonna go ahead and get one more here as far as do they still think of you? Gemini. Like I said, a fire sign and a Gemini. And the element of air is on the bottom of the deck. So I mean, I don't think there was any denying the chemistry between you and this person. And I do think they, you know, there's a difference between like a toxic heat or or like something that like really uplifts someone, right? And I do think that they think about you. And, you know, with this Gemini energy, I feel like they go back and forth thinking about what it was like what you two shared when you two were together, and the chemistry and the connection. I feel like they also think about the kind of like growing distance between you two as well. And I'm seeing the letter J, the letter R, and the letter L. So if you have that in your first name, last name, or middle name, or they have those, any of those letters in their first, last name, or middle, you can take it times a million. But you know, with this Gemini energy, it's like I feel at one point you two were like two peas in a pod, maybe even too much alike to where it caused some disagreements, okay? And a lot of back and forth with the fire energy. And I do feel like this person has a lot going on in their life right now. And during the daytime, they're very, very busy or consumed with what's going on around them. But I think at night, they certainly do miss the conversations that you two had. And they tend to think about, I feel like, the physical closeness as well as the sexual element too. And with the air on the bottom of the deck, we could have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? I also feel like with this element of air on the bottom of the deck, they try not to think about it too much, but I feel like they do. The thoughts have a way of coming up here, okay? And I feel like sometimes pile number one, they even have thought about reaching out to you or getting back together with you or what that would be like, all right? Because there was a point when you two were really on the same page, I feel like, all right? With the way you were both feeling. Let's see, what about another card? Oh, we need these two over here. What about in the dead of the night? Let's get another card. Pile number one, shine. Yeah, look at this beautiful peacock. I feel like right now we have card number 29. So some of you may be near that age or someone in the connection is near that age. But I mean, you're shining, pile number one, with whatever it is that you're doing. And I do feel like life is speeding up for you. And maybe that was a part of the connection where one person wanted to kind of be on their own, to do their own thing here with this shine card. And maybe it had a way of breaking up this connection. We have free spirit on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like, you know, with the fire energy and the Gemini energy, somebody is very much a free spirit and is wanting to shine right now. And it may be hard to have a connection with someone when they just want to like focus on themselves, okay? But I also feel like it's hard for them to, like, they can't deny that they think about you because of the way that you shine or because of how unique you are. I feel pile number one, okay? Let's get a couple more cards here. Okay, Spirit just told me ruffian. I don't know if someone here got called a ruffian or something. I don't even really know what that is, or someone that likes to play rough or something. But let's go ahead and see. Do they still think about my pile number ones? We have rejection. Okay. I feel like you did the best that you could in this connection to show this person who you are and what you can offer them, yet someone here rejected the other person, okay? And I feel like someone has dealt with rejection from an ex in the past and therefore is very sensitive to that energy, all right? So this person could feel rejected by you, pile number one, okay? But let's get another card here for pile number one. Do they still think about my pile number ones, please? Abundance is reversed, okay? So growth is on the bottom of the deck. So they're not seeing the growth in their own life right now. They're actually seeing you on the uprising here, and that things for you are changing, things for them are changing. And somebody here could have decided like, no, I don't really want to give any more energy to this. I want to like do my own thing is what I'm kind of getting here. All right. And I do think this person feels kind of down in the dead of the night, like you rejected them because maybe they weren't good enough, or that you have already like started a completely different life path that doesn't really involve them. Where in the past, I feel like with this Gemini energy here with the twins, it felt like you two were like super, super bonded and really, really close, okay? But with the fire energy, someone made a break for freedom, and probably the other person ended up feeling very like rejected and feeling like they were not good enough, okay? But let's go ahead and go to the tarot and find out find out what they have been feeling in the dead of the night, okay? Let's go ahead and see. For my beautiful pile number ones, does this person still think of them in the dead of the night? Do they still think about them in the dead of the night? All right. I mean, you're shining brightly, pile number one, and you know, you have the two little hearts here. I think they do. Look at the two little hearts and then the two people with the Gemini energy here in the fire. I think this person feels rejected. Even if you feel like they're the one that rejected you, all right? They, in the dead of the night, do they still think of my pile number ones, please? We have the Page of Swords reversed. They try not to think. They try not to think about this, okay? Do they still think about pile number one in the dead of the night, please? Do they still think about pile number one in the dead of the night? We have the Hermit, okay? Virgo energy. We're gonna get a total of 5 cards here, okay? So let's get the others. Fool, 7 of Swords, and Temperance. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is definitely the element of fire. And this person with the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Wands feeling, and the 10 of Cups reversed, feeling like really disappointed, like their vision for a family or their vision for a future has been crushed, okay? And maybe you felt that way at one point as well too, but pile number one, I feel like you've just decided to pick up where you left off and keep shining your beautiful soul, okay? With this Page of Swords reversed, I feel like they may have blocked you with this Hermit energy and the Page of Swords. They may have blocked you on social media, or they may have taken steps so that they can't, like, you know, see what's going on. And I feel like this person has an urge to like look you up or see what's going on with you, all right? And I feel like they do have to fight this urge and tell themselves, I feel like they're telling themselves that you already made it known how you feel, so I shouldn't continue to like waste my time trying to see what's going on with pile number one, okay? I feel like they're kind of telling themselves this. And I do feel like with this shine and the Fool that they feel like you have just embraced this new beginning, okay? And you've decided, I'm just going to go ahead and embrace this new beginning. They may have also be appearing that way too, like that they're just embracing this new beginning in their life, and you know, that there's so much potential for self-discovery, and you know, why live in the past type of energy. I've already thought about this enough with the Hermit and the Page of Swords reversed. Like, it's time to face a new day. It's time to make something happen in my life. But I feel like they keep looking back at, with the 7 of Swords here. The 7 of Swords in the tarot is the Lord of unstable efforts. And, you know, Temperance is has an energy of being quite stable, and the effort in Temperance is very much stabilized, okay? So I feel like somebody said here, you know what, like, I'm giving up. I don't know what else I can do in this situation anymore. I've tried everything I can do, and so I'm just going to give up and be done with it, is kind of what I'm feeling here, okay? And I feel like they didn't really give you a fair chance here, pile number one, with something with the 7 of Swords and Temperance. I feel like they didn't really give you a fair chance to explain your actions or explain why you did what you did, okay? Maybe they just immediately thought that you were rejecting them, okay? But this person, I mean, this Temperance angel here looks a little bit pissed off, and this is Sagittarius in the tarot. Okay. This person thinks about, you know, Temperance in the tarot is also the bringer forth of life. It's like, I want to bring something forward here, and I want to see if maybe something could, if there's a road to happiness with pile number one, if there could be a road to happiness. But I feel like they also think that you're pretty pissed off at them. And if they even tried, like maybe you wouldn't even be, there is some bad, I don't want to say bad blood between you two, pile number one, but there definitely is some animosity, I feel like here, even though someone may be acting nice or acting chill, I feel like there is some bad blood between, not like horribly bad blood, but I do feel there is some, you know, when people get rejected, it makes them feel like they're not shit. You know what I'm saying? Pile number one. So maybe you made this person feel this way, and maybe they made you feel this way at times too. And it's like, I already gave you a chance, and I already tried, and I already gave you a chance. So I don't really see what else I can do here. So I'm just going to go ahead and forge a new path here with the Fool. All right. And, you know, this Fool, she looks like she doesn't have a care in the world. You know what I mean? And maybe you were feeling rejected, pile number one, by this person. And they're not exactly sure what they could have done either here. All right. And let's get one more, pile number one. There could have been a lot of miscommunications between you and this person, where it's just like, you know what? I give up. I'm also getting the name Charlene. Charlene as a name, for those of you that know anyone with that name, or Char, or someone who goes by the name of Char. Okay, or like Charmaine or Charlene or something like that. But I just feel like you're kind of sick of putting your time and your effort into something, pile number one, that feels like it's not really going anywhere. Okay, so I feel like you guys are kind of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go put myself out there. All right, let's get one more. Do they still think of pile number one in the dead of the night? Okay, Judgment. I'm also getting here that they do think about you in the dead of the night, but they think, they wonder what you're up to, I feel like. And they're trying to stop themselves from, like I said, from looking at your social media, or they're like putting their hand up like, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to, you know, curiosity killed the cat, that type of thing, pile number one. And I do think they think about, they're like, well, goddamn, you know, like I put in a lot of effort and it really wasn't good enough for pile number one with this Seven of Swords and Temperance. And I feel like they think that you're just like living carefree with this Fool card. Okay. And with this Judgment card, what I feel like what they're saying is that it's not fair. You know what I mean? Kind of like what happened in this connection. They feel like it wasn't fair. Now, I'm just saying from their perspective, from your perspective, pile number one, you may have a completely different view on this situation. And some of you may feel like this person's kind of like always playing victim, or that they're never really want to take responsibility for their actions, okay? And, you know, Judgment in the tarot is the spirit of the primal fire, and we have the element of fire here. So I do think there is like a lingering sexual energy, and I do think you're shining really hard right now, pile number one, with what you're doing and where you're at. And you can't help that you shine so hard, right? What's that song? I can't help that you want this drip, or whatever. I think it's by a song. I think it's a song by Saweetie. I think that's how you say her name. I can't help that you want this drip, or whatever. So, Yeah, I mean, they're feeling down in the dumps about this. They're like, I tried to like make things work. You didn't really care. Now it seems like you have no care in the world, pile number one. But I feel like they also are remembering, like, they are thinking about your good qualities as well. Some of you could be quite spiritual. You may have fire in your chart. And I think there was a point in this connection where you were trying hard or you were trying to make things work. And I think like from a sexual level or from like a fire kind of connection type of level, there was a good connection here. And maybe there was like an easy flow between you two. Maybe it never felt that easy to you, but to them, I think they remember that as being a good part of it. All right, pile number one. But right now with the Fool card, it just kind of seems like you don't care. And so I think they're trying not to look at things in the dead of the night. All right. I think they're trying hard not to. But I also feel like with this Judgment card, like nobody really can motivate them and get them going the way that you do, or get them into that. And I get that this person's been kind of like hermiting out, that they haven't really been, out and active and doing things lately. And I mean, I think you're one of those people that could kind of motivate them in some way. Okay. But it's like they're missing their motivation is what I feel here. And maybe you did take care of them while they were sick. And I don't think they'll ever forget that, if you did show them that kindness, pile number one, or there was a time when they weren't feeling well and you were there for them, or you were there for their family or for their children, etc. Like, I don't think that they will ever really forget that. But there is this element now of them feeling like you're just on to the next thing, and you're not, even if they were to let you know that they're thinking about you, they kind of feel like you wouldn't really respond well, because I feel like in the past someone kept coming back, even though kept coming back and leaving and coming back and leaving and this type of thing. All right. And really pissing off the other person, or really making the other person feel like they were doing the bulk of the work in the connection. Okay. We could definitely have Sagittarian energy here, Gemini energy here. Virgo is showing up as well. All right, pile number one. So I think they do think about you in the dead of the night. I just think they're like, it's a lost cause though, because they feel like you've moved on. All right, pile number one. I hope that reading resonated for you, and do let me know in the comments if that resonated for you. Thank you so much, pile number one, and take care. All right, let's go ahead and move on to pile number two. Okay. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the match, okay? And we're asking, in the dead of the night, does this person still think of you? And, when I think about a match, I definitely feel you and this person were a strong match at one point. But this match right now is not lit. So maybe something happened where something didn't get off the ground, but there definitely was a match, but at one point in time. All right, pile number two. So we're going to go ahead and channel into the energy, and we're going to find out, in the dead of the night, does this person still think of you? Okay. And we're going to go ahead and get some channeled messages first, pile number two. Okay. Spirit is giving me the two names Tony and Donna. So maybe some of you have parents with that name, an aunt or an uncle, or you just heard those names recently. Like Belladonna, Donna, or Belladonna could be a name here too for my pile number twos. What else here? Belladonna, I think, is a type of a plant, isn't it? For those of you that know your plants, maybe you can kind of chime in on that. It's like, oh shit, I gotta water the plants. Anyway, Pile number 2. Let's see what else for pile number 2, please. Okay. I'm also seeing like a big star ornament that's kind of like spinning. So maybe some of you, it's like a silver star. Maybe some of you feel like you have starseed lineage, or you have a huge ornament that's a silver star that you put on the top of your tree that signifies something, okay? Like your Christmas tree. I know not everyone celebrates, but I just have to say Spirit is showing me like a rotating silver star, okay? Pile number 2. Let's see what else here. Let's see what else for my pile number 2s. What else here? Okay, Spirit just told me flax seed oil. So maybe some of you are using flaxseed oil or some type of oil for different things. What can you even use that for? Tell me in the comments, pile number 2. Let's see what else here. Okay, I'm feeling like somebody, okay, for my females here, do you have women in your family before that have experienced like hair loss at times, maybe like in your lineage, or because of stress, or because of an illness? Because I am getting like, or for my men here as well, like have you ever had that or run into that? Because I feel like someone's taking like precautionary measures against that, or maybe this person that you were dealing with was like, you know, losing some hair, pile number 2, or maybe they're just losing some hair, like thinking about this situation and thinking about you in the dead of the night, okay? But or maybe this situation was just very, very stressful. Spirit's giving me the month of December, and we could be talking about like December birthdays. We could have Capricorns or Sagittariuses, or something happened in the month of December, okay? But Spirit's just telling me December. And then they're telling me March and April too. So right now we're in the month of April, but maybe we have some March babies or April babies here too, or something happened in December which set off a chain of events that then something else happened in March and April. I feel like it's a big life event though. Like has to do with family, work, school, a relationship, okay? But something significant about those months. Pile number 2, hopefully no one lost anyone during that time frame, pile number 2. Anyway, let's go ahead. Spirit is also showing me a seashell. So maybe some of you like to collect those when you were younger, or you had a sibling who did that, or a friend. But Spirit is just showing me that. What else here for pile number 2? Anything else? Okay, Spirit's showing me a screwdriver, or said screwdriver to me. So screwdriver could be a drink, which is like orange juice and vodka, or a literal screwdriver that someone needs to like do something or to put something together. All right, but let's go ahead and find out. Does this person still think of pile number 2 in the dead of the night? Element of air. Okay, well, that's a whole lot of thinking going on. Pile number 2, that's a whole lot of shaking going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get another one. Does this person still think about my pile number 2s? We have Mars. Okay. They definitely think about the words that were said, all right? And they think about, you know, if there were some words exchanged, all right? If you two had words or things come up, or somebody got angry or upset about something, or somebody should have taken it upon themselves to say certain things at a time that they should have said them, but they didn't. I do feel like this person is thinking about that. You know, Mars is very active, and the element of air is a lot of thinking. So, you know, this person being very actively thinking about you, I feel pile number 2, all right? You know, and Mars wants to take action too, but the element of air can overthink things, right? So it's like I want to take action, but I'm kind of like overthinking it. Let's get another card here. Let's get another card here for pile number 2. Another card here for pile number 2. Mother Earth. Okay. I mean, I feel like this person found you like very nurturing. Maybe some of you have a water sign in your chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you're just a very nurturing person. maybe sometimes you feel even to your own detriment, okay? Maybe some of you here had, you know, challenging, hurtful relationships with your own mother, or maybe some of you are planning on doing something special for Mother's Day, which is coming up here soon. We have card 22, okay? So someone could have a birthday on the 22nd of the month, or the number 22 could be important in some way. This is pile number 2 with 22, all right? You know, the energy of Mother Earth too is like, I should appreciate like the beauty and the stability that I had when I had it, you know, and I should have, I feel like maybe you were giving this person the world, pile number 2, and, you know, maybe they didn't even realize like everything that you were doing to kind of help them. But for some of you, I feel like this is a friend. Like there's also a friend, I feel like, showing up in your guys' reading who is thinking about you as well. And this could have been a friendship that went sour or went south, all right? But let's go ahead and see. Let's get a few more here. Hunger. Yeah, this person's still really hungering for, you know, like what the energy that you brought into their life, like the nurturing. I'm seeing the letter E. I'm seeing a B and an F, okay? And a D. If someone, you know, an L here too. If somebody has that in their name, okay, Spirit's also telling me the name Lindsay. So maybe you know someone with that name, or that name is somehow resonating for you. The letter M, P, all right? All right, I feel like I'm seeing something that's in the air, okay? And, you know, I do feel like the word fuck is here as well, pile number 2, all right? And hunger, all right? Hunger for that, you know, hunger for your touch. Woo, that's a lot of energy, all right? Let's get one more. Let's get one more here. One more for pile number 2, and then we'll move on to the tarot. Okay, creativity. Yeah, I do feel like this person thinks about, like they miss all the interesting things that you brought into their world. I feel like you had a way of grounding this person, pile number 2. Maybe some of you have earth in your chart. Okay, we have fear on the bottom of the deck, but it's reversed. So I feel like this person is saying, at the time, I let my fears get the best of me, and I should have like made a move, or I should have taken some action. And I feel like this person is thinking about the actions that they took during this connection. And, you know, and I do think that you brought a lot of, you know, you brought a lot of excitement into their life with creative and hunger. And I feel like you had a way of turning this person on big time, pile number 1, with this Mars energy. And I do feel like they may be thinking about, you know, how to bridge this gap between you two, and being quite, being quite hungry to see maybe if there could be some bridging of the gap here, all right? Between like the space or the distance that has come in between you two, all right? And I do feel like this person like hungers for your creativity. Maybe some of you here are creative artists, or you're just like really fun to be around because you're always thinking of different things with this Mother Earth energy. I feel like maybe this person didn't really appreciate you the way they should have when they had you, okay? And I feel like now with this Mars and air energy, it's like, okay, did I mess up, all right? Interestingly, pile number 2, Mars is going to be going retrograde at the end of this year. And funny thing, at the end of December 2022, Mars will be retrograde in Gemini, okay? So that's just interesting to me. But let's go ahead and see here. In the dead of the night, is this person still thinking about, okay, Spirit wants another shuffle, all right? Mix up the energy, right? Pile number 2. In the dead of the night, are they still thinking about pile number 2, please? Are they still thinking about pile number 2? Six of Cups. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, let's get, I do. I feel like with the last pile, they were trying not to think about pile number one and still feeling angry or hurt towards pile number one. But I feel like with you guys, yeah, they're still thinking about you. Let's see what else here for pile number two. Are they still thinking about? We have the Five of Cups. Yeah, the Five of Cups is a Mars card. It's like shoulda, woulda, coulda. And I do think this person thinks about, you know, the memories that you two shared, and, you know, talk about bridging the gap and water under the bridge, you know, with the Five of Cups. But Knight of Swords, okay, here's the air element coming in. I do feel like this person has thought about saying something for you and and thinking about saying something to you and taking action. I feel like they go back and forth between, you know, should I, like, is now the right time with this Five of Cups? How do I bridge the gap here? I feel like, again, with this Knight of Swords, this person could have said something to you, pile number two, that hurts you, all right, with the Knight of Swords and the Five of Cups. And with the Six of Cups, I feel like they think about apologizing, or they think about, you know, making nice again. You know what I mean? The whole thing of like making nice, all right? And I feel like they do think about you at night. The Knight of Swords is a very, very active thinker, okay? And has quite a lot of rapid thoughts. And that may have been part of the problem in this connection, that this person had a hard time like getting control of the things that they said, or at the time didn't really accurately reflect the way that they felt about you, okay, when they should have. So I do think they think about things that were said in the heat of the moment, or the heat of the battle, as it were, here, that you know, I feel like they think about that a lot, and they think about, you know, the pain that they caused you with that pile number two, all right? I do think it's on their mind a lot. And let's see. Do they think about my pile number twos in the dead of the night? We have the Magician reverse. Yeah, but they don't know what to do about it. You know, they're not sure how to change anything here. I feel they're feeling pretty stuck. The Magician is also like Mercury and finding the right words, okay? And I feel like they're saying, I really didn't find the right words in that moment. And I know that I should have said things differently. And I said things that were very cutting and hurtful. And, you know, and I didn't communicate appropriately, all right? And I do feel like they said things that they regret, and they do think about that pile number two. Let's see what else in the dead of the night do they, okay, the Chariot. Yeah, I mean, you know, this person with the Eight of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck, I feel like they didn't really want to, maybe at the time they didn't want to really do the work. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed with the Four of Cups. So it's like, I didn't really want to see my part in this, and I didn't really want to accept responsibility for my part in this, is what I feel. Okay, and with the Chariot here, I feel like they are saying that they should have like taken action. Like any action would have been better than just like leaving you hanging or leaving you wondering. And I feel like what they're saying is, at the time, I didn't really know. Like I was caught between a rock and the hard place with the Magician reversed and the Chariot about what to do in this situation, and maybe wanting to see what you would do first or you would say first, okay? But I feel like the moment really got away from them. You know what I'm saying? Pile number two, like it really got away from them. And I do feel like this could have been the final straw for you, pile number two. where you just decided, yeah, like, I mean, if you can't communicate with me in a healthy way, and with the Magician here, there could have been lies as well, okay, like somebody that lied, or didn't communicate, you know, just said things off the cuff that really hurt the other person, okay? And someone could have left suddenly as well. And I do think this person thinks about, you know, someone like leaving or going. And I feel like this person thinks about in the dead of night, should I go back and like revisit this? And I feel like they are kind of going back and revisiting it at times and thinking about how they could have acted differently in this situation, okay? But I feel like they're also saying all I can really do is do better going forward. You know, they're saying like I tried the best I could in that moment. But I also feel like some of the things that they said, pile number 2, were like needlessly, you know, I mean, I want to say kind of like needlessly cruel in a way, or that they really didn't need to go that far with it, okay? So I think they're saying here with this Chariot, like there isn't a day that goes by that they don't kind of think about what happened here. And like, you know, if they should still do something about it, if they should still take some type of action here, okay? I think their issue, though, with the Magician reversed is they just really don't know what to say. And I think things were so soured before that they don't really know. And maybe I feel like they, with the 6 of Cups, I feel like they want to make like a gesture, like a nice gesture to you, and maybe start it off that way. But the Chariot, the Hebrew letter for the Chariot is a fence, okay? It's called het, and it's a fence, like that means fence in Hebrew. So it's like, okay, I feel like they're feeling like fenced in though, because of what happened. And, you know, feeling like they can't really make up their mind what to do, all right? They still go back and forth, pile number 2. This person is still going back and forth. And I feel like, you know, their thoughts really aren't quitting on this, okay? So if you're wondering if this person is like semi-tortured because of the way that they reacted or what they said to you, I feel like the answer to that is yes, okay? Pile number 2. So that is what I am getting, my loves. And let me know in the comments if that made sense for you, if you felt that that resonated. Thank you so much, pile number 2, and take care. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's go for pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the lime. Very cool, pile number 3. So you guys have the lime for your margarita today, and we're gonna get right into your reading and find out in the dead of the night, are they still thinking of you, okay? So let's go ahead and get some channeled messages first, and then we will get into the oracle and then the tarot, okay? Spirits, what can you tell me? Spirits, angels, and guides, can I have some channeled messages, please, for my beautiful pile number 3s, okay? I just heard putting in more effort than it's worth. So maybe that's something that came up, like something that wasn't fair, or one person putting in more effort than the other person, or one person feeling like they were being not treated fairly or taken for granted. Pile number 3. Let's see what else here. What else here? Okay. I don't know why Spirit is telling me like Desmond Tutu, which I think, wasn't he a political figure in Africa? Okay, so maybe someone here has ties to Africa, or maybe the name Desmond, or something, all right, or some type of a political figure. I'll have to look that up. When I'm reading and I'm channeling, I can't really think of anything. I just have to bring the messages through. Spirit is showing me a container where someone keeps all their makeup. Do you guys remember those kitten caboodles from back in the day where you would keep all your makeup in them? Anyways, I feel like Spirit is showing me like somebody who's keeping their makeup, trying to like be more organized with that, or to clean that up a bit, okay? Or maybe get rid of some old things. What else for my pile number 3, please? Yeah, I just heard less is more. So maybe you're like cleaning out your closet, or you're cleaning out your drawers or your makeup bag, or, you know, just how things you have set up at home. I feel some of you are like less is more. I feel like some of you may have decided not to wear as much makeup lately, or you're just like, you know, I think I'm gonna try to like, you know, experiment with like doing different things or looking a different way, or you know, trying like maybe a little bit more of an understated look and seeing like a fresh, understated look, pile number 3, okay? Maybe you're just thinking, hey, I'll give it a chance and see if I like it. Some people look really good in white eyeliner. Have you ever noticed that, pile number 3? Maybe you do, all right? But, I mean, I've never been able to wear it. Kudos to you if you can. Let's see what else for pile number 3. Okay, Spirit is showing me like a lake cabin or a cabin, like, you know, cabins can be very romantic. Maybe you guys went to a cabin with this person and had fun and had, Spirit is telling me the word stab-in cabin, which is like, you know, a room where you go to screw, pile number 3. So maybe you guys had a particular place that you like to go, or you like to visit, where you and this person could get down, or you had plans to do this, all right? Spirit is also talking to me about like feeding the geese. I don't know, maybe when you guys were younger, your parent wanted you to like feed the geese, and maybe you were afraid of it, or you did, or something, okay? But there's something here about like feeding the birds or feeding the geese. What else here for pile number 3? I feel like there was like, you know, I feel like geese can be kind of mean, you know, especially if they like snip at you. Maybe some of you had something like that. What else for my pile number 3s, please? Okay, Spirit just told me lettuce wraps. So maybe some of you are making some lettuce wraps for dinner, or you've tried to get into lettuce wraps, but you just can't get into them. But anyway, Spirit is talking to me about, you know, a lettuce wrap, which you can use instead of like a tortilla, all right? Especially for my like no carb people, or people that are doing that. Pile number 3, interesting. You're like, I'll have a lettuce wrap with my margarita and my lime. Let's see what else for pile number 3. I feel like somebody here in this pile knows how to make like a good drink, or knows how to make like a really well balanced drink for people. Like if you had a friend over, or they said they wanted a particular, maybe somebody here worked as a bartender before, or took like bartending classes for the hell of it. I feel like somebody here knows how to make like a nice, like well-balanced drink for other people, okay? I'm liking your energy, pile number 3, very classy with the way you are. And I feel like some of you may be like very good at setting things up, or putting things together, or making things look nice. And you may be the friend that people go to when it's like, does this look okay on me? Or can you fix my shirt? Or can you do this? Or you may be the person that tells the person like, hey, you have a piece of mayonnaise on, you know, you have a splooge of mayonnaise on your face. Anyway, pile number 3. I like your channeled messages, pile number 3. We are going to go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to find out, in the dead of the night, do they still think of you? In the dead of the night, do they still think of my pile number 3s, please? Solar plexus. Okay. That's quite active energy. Maybe when you were with this person, they weren't, well, okay, let me just pause on that. Let me get another card here, okay? Do they still think of you? Oh, wow. Okay. That is interesting. I was actually going to mention Virgo, And Virgos are very good at like helping people fix things or organize or make things. We have the root chakra here. Poor little Virgo stuck between the solar plexus and the root chakra. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, okay? If you're a Virgo or you have Virgo in your chart, or this person did, consider the answer to this question a yes already. But I feel like, you know, I feel like someone being a little bit selfish here. This person could have been a little bit selfish around you, pile number 3, at times, or just kind of concerned about getting what they want or they need. I feel you're kind of a caretaker, pile number 3. Like, you know, in any way that you can, I feel like you help people out, you know, in like any way that you can. And I feel this person is kind of like more or less concerned about like what they want and what they need, and is more or less like, you know, into, and I feel like you thought about this person a lot. Like you actually thought about this person quite a bit. And I feel like if you and this person were dating or a couple, I feel like you really tried to do a lot of things to help this person out, you know, because that's who you are, you know, that's just like who you are. And, you know, and I feel like a lot of you guys in this pile have like decided that you're going to start taking better care of yourself with the solar plexus chakra, and you're not going to like continue to put energy into situations where you're doing a lot of great things for people, but you're not really, maybe you have not really considered your own self and like what you need. I also feel someone here in the connection could have been very active and like been really into like sports, or done something in sports, or played in a league, or Spirit is also telling me sports medicine or something like that, okay? But I feel like you're always like showing up for people when you care about them, pile number 3. You're just very genuine, you know, and you genuinely like want to help people out. And I feel like sometimes maybe you haven't, you know, always been able to look out for your own best interests. But let's go ahead and see. Do they still think of you in the dead of the night? Do they still think of you in the dead of the night? We have transformation. I mean, this is card 33 coming up in pile number 3. So I do like that. Pile number 2 had 2-2. In pile number 2, now you have 3-3. Spirit is actually wanting to talk to you guys more about your own internal transformation, like way more than about this person, because I feel this person could be like greedy or selfish with their time or their energy, or just wanting to get their needs met, even maybe sexually, all right? And maybe at times they weren't even like the best lover, but you were trying to be like a grade A lover to them, all right? Which is really irritating. But I feel like Spirit is saying here, you guys are really changing, okay? And there's a lot of like fragmented and fractured situations from the past that I feel like you guys are transcending. And your third eye is also really, really turned on, okay? And I think you're starting to see things for what they are, okay? But let's see. And I feel people around you are realizing that you're changing, pile number 3, all right? Like whether this person realizes it or not, or has access to you, like I do feel the people in your life are kind of realizing that you're changing. In the dead of the night, does this person still, and maybe they accused you of changing or just, you know, looking after yourself at one point here, but whatever, I mean, pain. Yeah, so this situation causing a lot of pain, but I feel like the pain has caused you to change and transform, all right? And with lime, like, you know, you guys had the lime, that can sometimes like sting, you know, like if you had salt and lime and it's like pouring salt into a wound with lime, you know, that can really, really sting, all right? But I feel like with transformation, like new open, refreshing energy is coming in for you guys, all right? And this person may have been in some type of physical pain as well, and maybe you helped them with something, or you massaged them, or you had a list of things that they could do to like feel better, and you helped this person transform, you know, like physically. I feel if you guys did something to help this person, maybe you just listened or you had some great feedback, but there was a lot of pain in this connection and it forced a big change. Okay, but let's see, is this person, do they still think of pile? They're in a lot of physical pain. I feel like pile number 3, or they're, you know, I just feel like it's like here with pain and trust. It's like, I just want to believe that the pain that I'm going through, or what I'm going through, is going to be worth it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And this person could have told you to like keep trusting them, or to keep like, you can trust me, but then at times causing you a great deal of pain. Pile number 3. And I do feel like this person is selfish in a lot of ways, all right? And there could have been a trust issue in the relationship as well, like a selfish, greedy sexual energy with the root chakra here. And, you know, illuminations on the bottom of the deck, but it's reversed. And I mean, I wouldn't, here's what I mean, I feel you guys are changing at a core level, and you're working through whatever pain this situation caused you. And I don't think you're waiting anymore. Like, even the whole answer to this question, you may have just clicked on this video to be like, well, let me just see, right? But I also feel like with illumination reversed on the bottom of the deck, you're not going to like continue to wait for this situation to evolve, because I feel like it caused you a lot of pain, all right? But let's find out what this person is thinking about in the dead of the night, okay? And very interesting, because all the piles were different, you know? So let's go ahead and see. Is this person, do they still think about pile number 3 in the dead of the night? Are they still thinking about pile number 3 in the dead of the night? Are they still thinking of pile number 3 in the dead of the night? Ace of Cups reversed. All right. I mean, I feel like this person didn't think about you a lot, so it forced you to think about yourself, you know? Yeah, we have the 9 of Swords here, and I feel like you guys know that this person really didn't love you in the way that you really wanted to be loved, okay? And, you know, I mean, I do feel like this person knows what they did, okay? And I feel like they are kept up at night about certain things in their life that haven't turned out the way that they wanted them to. But I actually feel like this reading is more about you than this person, pile number 3. But let's see. Do they still think about, are they still thinking about pile number 3 in the dead of the night here? When I said, like, did they still? I feel like at one point they did. Maybe, let's go ahead and see. We have the Magician. Okay. I mean, pile number 3. I feel like this person wonders if, you know, because I feel like you did give so much to this person. I feel like they wonder here with the Magician if there's anything that they could possibly do, maybe to fix this situation, all right? Or manipulate it in some way, you know, which isn't great, all right? If they could kind of still manipulate this situation, or if they still could kind of have control over this situation, all right? And, you know, the Magician is a Mercury card. So let's see. So there's a lot of thoughts going on with the 9 of Swords and the Magician. There is a lot of thoughts going on about that with the Ace of Cups reversed, about how this situation didn't really work out. You know, I don't know if they're that self-reflective though, to figure out like how they would change going forward. I think, I don't know, like their energy to me feels a little more manipulative, pile number 3, but let's see what else here. Let's see what else. Did they, in the dead of the night, 10 of Wands, okay. I mean, I think they think about what was, I feel like they thought that you would never like really leave them, or that, you know, this would never really end. Or that like that if they could just say like the right thing, it would change the energy, and that they kind of had control of the energy. I feel like some of you here though got sick and tired of this dynamic with the 10 of Wands though. And maybe some of you actually left this person, or you left where you were living with them, or you left town. I do feel some of you may have actually decided to leave town or to go do something else with this transformation in 10 of Wands. I feel like this person wonders like where you went, or where you're going, or like where you're headed. But I feel like you guys are like, yeah, I'm not coming back, you know? And maybe this person feels like, well, you know, I could bring pile number 3 back into my world if I wanted to. But I also think you surprised them in a way. I'm seeing the name Howie, and I'm also seeing the word mother or mothers, okay? So maybe some of you moved away from your mother, or somehow the mother is involved here, okay? I'm also seeing the initial N, NT, and W, okay? Let's see what else. Let's see what else here, okay? Maybe someone's family was somehow involved in this, but let's go ahead and get some more. I'm also getting the name Logan, okay? What else here? We have the 7 of Wands reversed. Yeah, I feel like for a long time, you guys really didn't look at the solar plexus right there. And it's 7 of Wands reversed though. So I feel like this situation did cause you a lot of pain, and it's like, I've had enough. And it's like this person can't really like love me or see me for the person that I am, and they're always putting me in a shitty position. Some of you may feel like this was like a past life energy as well. Some of you may feel like you were their mother in a past life or something like that. Pile number 3, you just let me know in the comments if that resonates. It won't for all of you, but if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, okay? And however, with transformation, I feel in this lifetime, you guys are really, really changing. You're evolving and you're growing out of this connection at a rapid speed or a rapid rate, or you are able to move and go this time, okay? And, you know, if you need to get your ass out of there, or you needed to, consider it done, I feel like here. And there might have been a lot of times that this person took advantage of you because your walls were down here with this reverse 7 of Wands, and that could have cost you a lot of pain. All right, but I feel like with the Magician here coming out underneath this root chakra, this person kind of is used to getting their way, and they're used to like saying or doing whatever they want to get the situation to kind of bend to them, okay? And I feel like if you want to know, they're still up to their old tricks, pile number 3, okay? And I feel like whoever they're with, there's always going to be pain and trust issues. I mean, I want to believe that people can change and all of that, but I also feel like this person didn't really see or didn't really care the pain that they were causing you. And maybe you guys put up with this for a while, maybe with the 7 of Wands, for some of you, even 7 years, you know, or even going into up to 7 years. And then it was like, you know what, I am done. I'm out of here. Okay, I don't care anymore. Like, even if I just take my shit and go and move or leave or get out of town, get the hell out of Dodge, like, I'm starting a new life, and I don't care anymore, you know? Like, you can keep your manipulations to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Pile number 3. We have the 2 of Swords reversed, but, you know, I just kind of like flipped it upright. So look at the Empress on the bottom of the deck, all right? And I feel like, you know, that's what's trying to emerge in you guys and trying to move forward, with this sense of purpose. And, you know, I feel like because the Eight of Wands is the Lord of swiftness and the Empress is about, you know, creating the life that you have really always wanted and really feeling comfortable about where you're at in your life. And I feel like that is just around the corner for you, pile number 3. And I feel like, you know, at times in this connection, you didn't want to see what was going on, and like, you know, the fact that maybe you were so busy kind of taking care of this person or being there for them that you sort of ignored, you know, what it was that you were feeling or what it was that you needed. And I feel like you see that for what it is now, and your Spirit's just saying, like, don't lose your ability to trust. I feel like, you know, this ability to trust has been tested, pile number 3 for you, okay? And I think it's before, because you were just giving so much into this situation that, and I feel like that's going to change, and the pain of this has kind of forced you to change and to see like what it is that's going on here, you know? And there's a balance between, like, you know, ignoring and being, you know, ignoring yourself and what you need, and trusting the universe that the right things are going to come to you, okay? And I feel like you guys are in a phase right now where you don't need to hear everyone else's opinions about what it is you're doing and where you're going. Like, you are learning to trust yourself, pile number 3. And you don't need to hear everyone else's like BS and like squawking in your ear about the choices that you're making in your life, because I mean, it's been a long road and you had 2 different decisions and you decided to go down the path you wanted to go down. So other people can't really like, they can't really see where you're coming from or your perspective, but that's okay, because you're you and they're them. All right. So keep being you, my beautiful pile number 3s. Keep bringing that Empress energy within you forward. Okay. Keep drawing that forward. And it doesn't have to be some huge masculine display of dominance over people. You know what I mean? Like this person, I feel like, was more prone to do. It's more like, I feel your energy is more like chill than that. Or maybe you guys kind of have like a hippie energy or kind of a live and let live type of vibe. And, you know, Spirit's saying don't lose that within you. But trust yourself going forward, more than whatever or whoever is trying to influence you. All right, my beautiful pile number 3s. I hope that that reading resonated for you, and I would love to hear your feedback or comments if you have some for me. And please like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel so much. Take care, pile number 3.